My name's David Parkinson. I'm with Wick Hill. I think one area we will need to consider more carefully, and really quite soon, is born out of the way consumers and customers will use data centres, cloud computing as a utility. One of the main attractions of cloud computing is that I should be able to burst my computing and storage requirements to the cloud as and when I need them. So if data centre A has the most attractive contract today in terms of price, security, service level, then I'll move some of my compute and store functions out there. And that's the whole point of this model. It can give me a competitive advantage and lower my costs when it makes sense to do so. Now, in a year or two, data centre B might have a more attractive service, and I will want to move my cloud-based operations out there instead. There are ways and means to do that fairly smoothly, but now data centre A still has backups and archives of virtual machines, data volumes, maybe databases that I hosted there. And I don't necessarily know where all those copies are held or how. It's an accepted and common business practice to encrypt your data. Remember that by encrypting data, we shift the risk from data theft to the storage and management of your encryption keys. You don't lock your front door and then hang your keys outside it. You keep them in a secure place where you're in control of them. So how do I know that my data is protected? After all, I'm paying my data center provider to host my data, not view it. Let's assume it is encrypted. Where and how is the key stored? Who by? Does the service provider keep the key? How do they do that? Do I need a single pane of glass to manage, automate, and provide an audit trail of access to those keys? Or should I really keep the key so that once I move my assets between service providers, access to the key can be removed from the old provider, making the backup copies of those assets safe? You can see that once 2 or 3 of these moves take place, the problem is multiplied, though there isn't really a hard and fast solution to this issue. Often it will make sense for the service provider to show that they have a system in place to maintain good hygiene around key management. But some customers will have the need, the resources, the requirement to manage their own keys in a secure manner. We can help in both cases with our partner Safenet, and we're always here ready to discuss new projects.